Oh, shit. Goddamned Tremere. Blood-thieving mage assholes. Thank God your kind is going the way of the Betamax.
Have you ever wanted to play a seductive vampire, but in Bloodlines you just couldn't because it was a complete waste of perks? Well, in this game, we're going to play the plus patch, and we're going to play a seductive vampire. And the reason we're going to do it isn't because it's powerful in the game. We're going to do it because it is crazy fun. You're going to see all kinds of new things in this game that you probably have never seen before. We're going to seduce everybody. And let's see. We're going to sleep with Jeanette, get a pole dance from Velvet Velour, and have a relationship with Mercurio. Romero. Okay, so medicine saleswoman. This makes the game so much easier playing a Tremere. Because we get to put points in persuasion, and we will be able to persuade as well as seduce every character in the game easily by shifting these attributes around. Let's see, we want dexterity for Santa Monica, and this is pure power gamey by putting a point in brawl and a point in dodge. That's also power gamey. That's going to make the game easy. Now, the way you power game for points is to put 3 points in scholarship. But putting a point in computers, it's going to cost me 3 points. I'm going to lose 3 points of experience doing it this way, but man, it makes Santa Monica so much easier. So I'm just going to eat the 3 points. And of course, we're going to go into blood magic. Now, this character is also going to go big into dominate.
What a scene, man. Ooh-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, this is probably a lot for you to take in, so why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
Okay, in this game I'm going to skip most of the stuff in the game. I'm just going to show you the really interesting parts. I'm going to show you combat. I'm going to show you blood magic, which is very cool. But we're also going to do dominate. Now, dominate is an absolutely terrible discipline. It's as terrible, well, the most horrible skill in the game is seduction because it's so worthless, but it's fun. And so I'm going to show you seduction. And it's really entertaining, and I hope you enjoy it. It opens up all kinds of new lines, new dialogue, and it changes the dialogue of all the characters you seduce. So the other thing I'm going to do is, because dominate is terrible, I'm just going to gift myself dominate. I'm going to gift myself investigation. That's also a useless skill for anyone who's played a few times, but it'll make it easier for you to see sparklies. I already know where everything is, so it doesn't matter. But mostly, this is about seduction. And man, is this going to change the game. This is not the power gamey way to play, and experienced players would never play this way, but this is such a fun way to play the game. It is just, I highly recommend it. Don't play the game straight. Console yourself XP and go ahead and give yourself seduction to 10. And then talk to all the characters in the game and change. You will be the seductive vampire that you always wanted to play. So completely worth it. I'm doing dominate because once every few years I test dominate just to see how bad it is, and I'm going to show you what I found. It's terrible. It's as terrible as I remember. But it's fun. Dominate pretty much works only on humans, and but it's fun to use.
Something I can help you with. Waiting for that blasted tow truck I called an hour ago. Oh, I completely understand. Here, take a few bucks. Think nothing of it. I wouldn't be surprised if in this neighborhood you were pickpocketed. Anyhow, good evening, and do be careful.
As much as possible, we're going to seduce everyone. This is our first victim.
Where is that
And
tow truck?
this is going to be our first blood doll in Santa
I
Monica.
suddenly got the urge to walk down that dark and foreboding alley over there. Care to join me?
We actually have 4 blood dolls in Santa Monica. We lose 2 of them after we leave Santa Monica. But every time we return to Santa Monica, we have 2 blood dolls. And I think... Now, feeding on rats is a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
Damn tow truck.
But you don't have to.
I've suddenly got the urge.
And what I'm showing you here is every time you go through a loading screen, I went back through a loading screen, back to my apartment, back here, well, back through the door, and then back here, and he refilled. So the game shows you, like the heading at the top, the blood bar, shows you that he's not full when you start, but then it shows you he is full. So all of these blood dolls completely refill. The other thing is,
You really don't seem to
yeah, persuasion works just as well as seduction here. You don't really need it. So it just gives you the normal dialogue.
It's cool.
Keep your
Look and feel free to come back anytime.
keep your discipline on dominate, and you will see if you're looking at a human that you can feed on or if it's a vampire. So you get the little symbol above the head of the target that it's human or not, and you can feed on them or not. So, okay, we pick up the steak. We see this guy. And we're going to pick up the bubble gum. The other thing that I experimented with in this game was, you know how every time you take the taxi, there's a chance that you end up activating a weapon or a discipline by using the left or right mouse key? I found a way to make that never happen again, and it did not happen one time in this game. That is a blood doll over there put in by the plus patch, and but he doesn't refill. So West 5, if you could get on that and have him refill, that would be really neat.
Okay, I guess. Here.
Anyway, the way to make the game never glitch, well, it doesn't glitch out, but never activate a weapon or a discipline when you use the taxi is to use the middle mouse wheel. And I did that every time I used the middle mouse wheel. Not one time did I take a taxi, come out of the loading screen, and kill somebody or hit somebody. Okay, I sent him back to kill LaCroix because I want to see his dead body on the floor when I go to see LaCroix the first time.
You're the health inspector. You know, at least the last health inspector had the decency to make it clear when he was asking for a bribe. Here's $50. I get to live the dream.
That is Courtney Taylor,
Yeah.
one of my favorite voice actors in the world. Thank you, Courtney. I have absolutely no problem in this game with persuasion.
What'll it be?
Pass every persuasion check because we started with 2 points in persuasion, and by switching the skills around in our opening choice, it just makes the game so easy. Here we have all these choices because we have plenty of persuasion. We don't have to worry about it.
Fine, whatever. Here's the key for the second floor. Stairs are down the hall. Tell the guard upstairs you're here to work on the network.
Otherwise, you're just thinking all the time, do I have enough persuasion to do this? Okay, I'm just going to show you dialogue when something is happening with persuasion or seduction, and items, you know, seeing items. I'm going to skip all the stuff that experienced game players know really well. So we got the computer book. The first 2 points of computer are 3 and 3, so using it for the first or second, in other words, you get the book, just read it instantly because there's no min-maxing to it. They're both 3 points. By putting our first point in our character sheet, when we were building our character, putting the first point in computer. Now we have the second point. Now we can hack all of the computers in Santa Monica without any difficulty, and that's what I wanted. Just like we can lockpick all of the locks in Santa Monica without any difficulty with a blood buff. So basically, we're on a roll. I mean, we're in great shape. So we hack that computer, we get our ghoul,
Please take a seat.
we extort some money out of this guy.
Can't you see I'm with a patient?
I wanted to see if there was a seduction option with him, but there isn't.
Blackmail me? You don't know who my wife is. She wouldn't believe you. Now get out. Wait now. What do you want? Deal. But I'm in the middle of something. I'll have to drop it off later. You'll never speak to me about that again.
So you might be wondering why I'm showing you this part, since this is a part everybody knows. And the reason is because in this version of the patch, you have to leave and come back and go into the doctor's office, and the money is here. And we're piling up a bunch of cash. This is also a blood doll, which he's active the whole time we're in Santa Monica. So we now have 2 blood dolls. There are 2 blood dolls in the club, and that's a total of 4. There's no reason to go into the sewers. In fact, the only time I go into the sewer in this playthrough, normally I spend a lot of time eating rats, but in this playthrough, no sewers except to go to the haunted hotel. What I'm showing you here is he refills every time you go in and out of the building. Infinite blood.
Need a fix? Employees only. Them's the rules of the queen bitch herself.
I actually recommend, watch, I'll try to seduce him.
I don't do dead chicks.
I don't do dead chicks. That's great.
She did, huh? Queen bitch told me never to let anyone back there. I remember her repeating it over and over in that cold, pretentious voice of hers.
Yeah, I recommend buying 2 blue blood packs because you are a blood mage, and
What are you doing back here?
having that blood on hand would be very, very useful.
You here for the special sauce?
I'm showing you that we have enough persuasion because of how we set up the character. In the opening, we have plenty of persuasion to get persuasion checks. I want this character to walk through the game talking, persuading, seducing as much as possible.
Why'd you have to go and let that bitch out? There's one less villain.
Yeah, let's try seduction.
Start breathing, you corpse. I already fell for that act once, and that's how I came to end up here. Her blood frees me and binds me. I'm eternally hers, slave to the bitch goddess.
Yeah, I just love all this new dialogue that I normally don't see.
Now that you let that one go, I have to go out and find someone else to fill the chair. But it's kind of chilly out, and now that my co-pilot's been devoured, I'm flying solo. I need a new body.
So I'm going to send Patty, which is fine. So I bring him some drugs, and we get a humanity and some XP. We go across the hallway, and there's a book, which is great. This thing, Amalia is the password. There's her picture on the wall. There's a ring on the floor. I'm showing you that.
There was no sign of McGee. I'm going to follow up on another lead I got, too. I updated the files on the computer. This is Carson signing off.
Yeah, there's the poster is a reminder that it's Amalia. And we can go ahead and read the book right away. Because it doesn't matter if you read it for the first point or the second point, they're both 3 points. So no power gaming thing to consider. And we have plenty of hacking to be able to hack that computer if you want to do it that way. So talk to this guy.
Aha! An eager participant.
Okay, here's a blood pack. I didn't buy the two blue blood bags. I wish I had. I didn't need them, but I recommend you do. You'll have plenty of money. Like, I'm not saving items to sell them later. I'm going to have a ton of cash in this game. Yeah, there's no reason not to buy blood. So I'm showing you, this is mass, let's see, YouTube algorithms, terminate self. That works great on humans. Possession, here's how it works. He will follow you, anyone you possess, humans. Doesn't work on vampires. It works, I think it might work on a few low-level vampires, but the problem with Dominate is you're going to see in Santa Monica, it just doesn't work very well on anything other than humans. The reason I'm perking it out is because it's fun to mess with humans with it. And this is what it does. So the person you target will follow you around, fight for you, and then, you know, then they'll just die at the end of their, I think it's 30 seconds. It's a fairly long time. So I'm showing you can't hit them, and you can't feed on them. But what you can do, if you hit them with sleep and they fall down, is you can hit them with Blood Strike. Almost every enemy in the game can be hit with Blood Strike. It's one of the few skills that you have that works on everybody. Yeah, when these guys go to sleep, they go to sleep for a long time. So when you have stealth missions, you can just put everybody to sleep, and then you have all day to do your mission. Like the Amalia quest in Hollywood, you just put the two people to sleep, and then, you know, you can just run around the apartment, because this is a really long time. Finally, I get bored. Hit him with Blood Strike. Blood Strike seems to one-kill, one-shot anybody who's asleep. I don't know why. I haven't read why that is, but you put people to sleep and you hit them with Blood Strike, and they're dead.
Huh? Who, Gimbal?
What are you doing here?
So this is how the Dominate power of Wipe, I think it's Brain Wipe, works. You don't kill them when you hit them with Blood Strike, but for most humans, you hit them with Brain Wipe, then you can feed on them easily. So that's one way to get an easy feed. And that's an AoE discipline. So if you have a bunch of humans around you, use Blood Wipe, and they all go like into this state. So let's see. Now I just want to use blood magic on this guy. So you can rotate, like, say, Brain Wipe, which is AoE to make all humans stop, Blood Purge, which is always fun, and Blood Strike.
I wasn't sure I was going to make it.
Yeah, and you want to pick this up because Pisha will eat this in the Plus patch.
Where is that damn tow truck?
So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you different cool ways to do things, different ways to use Dominate and Blood Magic in combination. This is a fun way to play. Basically, you're just messing with everybody. So if you're a complete psycho, this is a fun way to play the game. Okay, there's the key, this thing, and another book. Yeah, and I'm just selling all the loot that I pick up, so we're going to have tons of cash, even in Santa Monica. Yeah, the rest of the game for XP I'm going to play normally. So I'm doing this because I would never ever in a playthrough put points into seduction or dominate, but they really are fun.
I tell you what, I'll let you in. If on your way out you want to work out a little fair trade for future purchases, you come see me. I'm Brian.
Yeah, we're going to try to do that because I'm hoping to be able to seduce him on the way out. Doesn't work. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that is what I love about this business. Fine women come to my house for my shit. I don't even gotta call them on the phone or nothing. Say there, pretty lady, what can I hook you up with tonight? My staff maintains at all times.
Yeah, the rest of this is normal. I like that. Usually he tells the player character how ugly they are, or he doesn't want anything to do with them.
Okay, I got some stuff that'll do the trick. Astrolite. It's like TNT's bigger, meaner cousin with a prison record.
Little seduction.
Mm-hmm. I'd be open to negotiations. Question is, how open are you? Yo, go check the odometer on my car. Now, I'll give you what you want, but I got what you need.
Okay, I didn't hit Blood Shield here because I want to see if I can kill this guy and then walk around the house and nobody's angry at me. So this is basically just a easy stealth kill. This is what we're trying to get. Now I should, for roleplay, I should just leave, stop here. Oh, there's a 38, which is useless for combat, but, I can sell it for like, what is it, $7 or something, so. Now I should just leave, roleplay-wise, that's the play, just leave. But we did our seduction, we're not supposed to be a fighter. Want to come back and see if I can seduce this guy and quietly kill him, but no, can't. So, anyway, I'm going to use disciplines just because it's fun and because I need some practice, and these guys are weak, so this will be fun. Okay, possession works, no surprise. And this is one thing you can do, have two guys fight each other and then feed on whoever survives. Let's see, what else do I want to use on these guys? I don't know. Now the thing about mass ending is that it has a very long range, a surprisingly long range, but it's only to the front of you, like what you can see in front of you. But it does take everyone out. And then the other guy who I had possession on, his 30 seconds were up and he died. So yeah, that was ridiculously easy. And then I can go feed on 2 blood dolls. Now, using wipe, because they're in chairs, they go back to their chair. I think I did this once and they just stood up and they didn't sit back down and I could feed on them. And then there's almost enough time to feed on both of them. And they won't react. They'll just stand there and, like they don't see anything. So Blood Purge, always a favorite. Blood Strike. I should really do that the reverse order. Blood Strike and then Blood Purge. And then that way I wouldn't get hit. But yeah, it easily kills these guys. Now this is something with Blood Strike you want to do, is get behind any object, because blood goes through objects but bullets don't. And we're going to do this a lot. And if you have a character at long distance, this is an easy way to kill them. And we're going to get hit very, very few times in this game with melee or with bullets. I decided to just go ahead and feed on this guy. I must have touched him. So we are going to put some points into Brawl, but I'm not going to put any points into Melee at all. That would be a complete waste for this character. I don't intend to Melee. We don't need to in most cases. There is one character I'm going to kill with a knife. In hindsight, I wish I had purchased some blue blood packs and killed them with blood magic instead, but it really doesn't matter.
What do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club? I can... When we get turned on... I'm the finger down your spine when I am...
Now we want to sleep with Jeanette. Well, we want to sleep with everybody we can. Okay, the rest of this is pretty normal. But we're going to take every seduction option. I'm wondering how many people have never seen the dance with Velvet Velour that she gives you if you seduce her.
No.
Yes was the right answer? Okay. That was challenging. And sometimes you have to go through a bunch of options to get the right combination, but you will seduce all of the blood dolls in the game. So I'm going to show you that if you go out and you come back in, you can feed on, well, all of the blood dolls refill, and I verify that they all refill. Yep, go through a loading screen and they refill. Infinite blood. Cool.
What can I get you, beautiful? Therese? She's upstairs. She said she had business to attend. Damn, I wish it was my job. Go on up and see her. Take the elevator over there.
So I tell him something sounds a little off, and we're going to seduce him. Either seduction or persuasion works. We get this because we have points in inspection or investigation.
You're not being straight with me. Okay. Damn it. Damn. Man, all right, look. I messed up, okay? I'm just doing what I was told, though. Bertram knew you were coming. Knew you'd come by here.
Yeah, I did it not for the XP, but for the seduction roleplay, and also because I wanted Bertram to explode angrily at me as a Tremere. And I just love that. The opening little clip going the way of the Betamax. Okay, there was a key or a ring on the floor. We pick that up. We go through a long conversation, being as nice as possible.
This area is for hospital staff only.
And seduction.
Miss?
Yeah, notice it shows half a health bar, but then when you start feeding, it's a whole bar. If you need blood, this is, you know, a nice refill. Now, he's not going to interfere with us. We can walk around and do whatever we want to do. So this is what I was talking about. Because I invested in computer in the beginning, with Auspex, I can hack every computer, including this one. So we have 3, and we need 1 more, so we'll hit Auspex, and then, yeah, we don't have to spend any XP. So like I said, going into computer on the character sheet costs you 3 XP over the course of the game, but it's not a big deal. It just makes Santa Monica so easy. And in fact, the whole rest of the game is easy. We have plenty of points in hacking and lockpicking and persuasion the entire rest of the game to do anything we want to do. Okay, you know how to do this. We need blood buff to go through these two the locked door and the locked container. We did the conversation with Trip, where he's going to give us the 5th point of haggle. Because of this container, we take out of here. If you have any questions about how to min-max the game, I have 4 or 5 complete walkthroughs on YouTube, which I'll put in the discussion. But this isn't a complete walkthrough of the game. This is just showing you seduction and the different ways to fight with blood magic and dominate. Seduction, blood magic, dominate. Yeah, I have $1,500. I should have purchased some blue blood packs because I'm a blood mage. This is a tough fight. It is perfectly reasonable to go to downtown, get better armor, perk up a little bit, get a little stronger, and then fight this guy. This is why dominate sucks, because anybody who isn't human, it doesn't do anything. Like there was mass ending, and it just did a little bit of damage. It was completely not useful. Didn't even slow him down. There's possession, also not useful. So those were the level 4 and 5. So now we're going to fight this guy. What does work on this guy is blood magic. In my mind, this also clarifies that this guy is a Kuei Jin. He is not human, because level 4 and 5 dominate would have worked on him if he were just a human. He's a Kuei Jin. The level 4 and 5 dominate skills work on the guards outside of Ming's palace perfectly well. In fact, extremely well. So this guy is not human. Yeah, get behind something. I'm a little bit cavalier in this fight. Like, I'm not taking this guy very seriously. You should take this guy more seriously than I am right now. Yeah, that pyro crossbow is dangerous, and... Okay, now I'm doing a good job of keeping something between us to block his crossbow bolt. I don't want to get hit. And I'm also in no hurry. The more this drags out, the more Blood Strike recharges, Blood Purge, my health comes back. But there'd be nothing wrong with using a blue blood pack in this fight, hitting heal self more often. Just take your time. You could also use a shotgun here, if you had one. And if you go to downtown and you come back, you could come back with even better weapons. You hit him with Blood Purge and then shoot him. That would also work. But I'm trying to use, as much as possible, Blood Magic and Dominate. And also I'm having just a really good time. He's near death. I hope you don't mind this, but I was just in no hurry to kill him. I felt like I was playing with my food. Oh, that was silly. I thought I was behind cover, but I wasn't. One Blood Purge should do it. And because he was coming after me, I get a sword. I don't think I used the sword at all. I don't think so. Now be sure and hit F8 before you go outside, otherwise, Masquerade violation. F8 turns off Blood Shield. But I'm just enjoying Blood Shield. Yeah, that was fun.
I missed you. Did you miss me?
Oh, I missed you terribly. On a side note, once you get the Odious Chalice, I think eating rats does fill up the Odious Chalice. So there's no downside to feeding on rats, it's just boring. Yeah, I've got plenty of money. I really should have purchased... Well, I don't need them, but I wish that I had purchased blue blood packs. Okay, there's the key. Now, here's the thing about Blood Shield. Normally it's on the entire time you're in a fight or a situation, but it deactivates when you go through loading screens. Sometimes in the Plus patch there's an axe behind the couch, so I was just checking. You always should check, because sometimes the Plus patch will move the axe. If it's not there, it's going to be on top of the elevator. I will get the axe, and I don't think I use it one time. Again, we're not going to put anything into melee. You have to actually take damage for that door to open. Okay, on top of the elevator is the axe. You have to kind of stand up, so I hit Control. run around the floor, look at all the rooms, and the one thing you absolutely want to get is this book. Dodge. Okay, eventually you come to this room, and you go up to the next floor. I just want to show you that, yeah, these things, you just crouch down, give them a couple seconds, and then you can crawl under them and you don't take any damage. And because we didn't go through any loading screens, Blood Shield has been on the entire time. And if there's a video advertisement on this video, it's because of the music here. I think I might even turn this off. Just no, the club music will also get me. So
I'm with somebody. I missed you. Did you miss me?
guaranteed, YouTube will do what YouTube does. It'll recognize copyrighted material. Okay, you can see her line.
What all swayed kittens do. On hands and knees you lap up the milk of me, and we purr, kitten, like dragonflies buzzing around frog bellies. So, Therese told me you might be back with something for her.
Okay, you can see her dialogue and another seduction option.
Oh, well, it's a little different, but entirely possible. Come sit next to me on the bed. I'll show you.
Okay. You asked for it. There it was. Now, I'm showing you there that it didn't refill from just going inside, from upstairs to downstairs.
I'm afraid you are committing a...
Seduction?
Well, Missy, that's just a natural response that people have to someone in my kind of position. The risk, the prestige, the authority. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Yeah, you know, you'd be surprised how often I hear that in this line of work. It's a uniform, you know. Women just can't get over the uniform. Well, yeah, unfortunately, if I continue to engage you in conversation, it's a violation of Code 613.
This changes his dialogue for the rest of the game as long as we're nice to him, which is just some flavor to the game. And I keep trying to turn him into a blood doll, but I can't. So, but I keep trying. Yeah, what I'm looking for here is looking to see if there are any items there I can pick up, because there are items there in the Final Nights mod. So, Force of Habit. The thing about melee characters is always fight them from a crouched position because they tend to miss you. It's a buggy part of the game that just can't be fixed. Okay, showing you once again why Dominate is so terrible. That's high level Dominate, and it did nothing to this guy. Sleep works for about 1 second. So that's pretty common. So you can't play a Dominate, pure Dominate character and nothing else. You have to have other skills. As you can see, I have nothing in melee, but that will kill this guy. A knife is the best weapon against him. Okay, Blood Shield, Blood Purge. I'm still doing those in the wrong order. I should do Blood Strike and then Blood Purge. Notice how, by being crouched, he misses me some percentage of the time. Also, if you move, enemies tend to attack in a straight line. Yeah, the thing with Blood Strike is you have to wait for the blood to come back to you. I moved too soon then. So I'm thinking about what to do. I'm about half on blood. I should just hit him with Blood Strike and just, like, stay crouched. And now I notice I'm a little low on blood. Like, I wanted to just kill him with Blood Strike, and I'm getting just too low. So okay, here's where a blue blood pack would have been nice. But rather than worry about it, I'm just going to kill him the old-fashioned way. I know I can do this. Okay, I want to get a little bit away from him, crouch down, and I'll just kill him this way. As you can see, this is an easy way to do it. You get 3 swings. You can sort of stagger lock him. If you were stronger, you'd actually knock him down, and then he'd be easy to kill. But that's an easy way to kill him. I could have done that from the beginning, but I was trying to use as much blood magic as possible. So, anyway, it's a pretty easy fight, and it shows once again why Dominate is terrible, but fun. Yeah, crouch down, use a knife. Even with no melee skill, you can kill him.
Where is that damn tow truck?
I've suddenly got the urge to...
I missed you. Did you miss me?
This was so much fun to do. Just seduce my way through the game with all of the characters and talk people into giving me whatever I wanted my character. It was very cool.
Hey, where you going, man?
No seduction possible, but we do have persuasion.
I'll let you go this time, man.
Oh, thanks. But I'd really like to, this is so much fun. But I'll also show you the downside of mass ending. And this is a problem in a couple of locations. and this is one of them. The humanity is lost because of the guy behind the counter also died. He was within range. Mass Ending has a long range, a surprisingly long range. So I can't use it in here or I'll lose the humanity. I mean, I could. Then I can afford the humanity, but yeah, that's not really... I mean, this is supposed to be a character who talks her way through things and doesn't fight. And I don't need the shotgun. Although, if I had killed them, one of the guys has a shotgun, then I could have fought the Kuei Jin. Yeah. And you hit him with Blood Purge and then shoot him with a shotgun. That's very effective. So, the shotgun at short range, even with no skill, does a lot of damage. So you could easily just, you know, he comes near you, Blood Purge, shotgun, he's at long distance, Blood Strike. It would be even a more ridiculous fight. Okay, I want 6. This is just trance, the first point. This is a very easy quest. Actually, all of the quests are very fast and very easy. There are 3 shortcuts in the game that are huge. I may never play the basic game again because the 3 shortcuts in the Plus patch are wonderful. And man, I couldn't believe how much I enjoyed skipping, you know, all the content that you really want to skip. I used sleep on 2 folks who were fairly close to me. And they just fell to the ground and were asleep for the next 2 minutes, which makes it easy to go past them. Sleep is really cool.
I knew you would. I had him watching you. Oh, shit.
Love this.
Goddamned Tremere. Blood-thieving mage assholes. Thank God your kind is going the way of the Beta Max.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, I guess. Clans are just bloodlines, you know. A common root shared and passed on from sire to child.
Okay, tell me about my clan.
Mages. I don't have any reason to trust them. They're creepy, and I think they like it that way. But to be honest, I don't hear much about the Tremere. There's a few in LA, but all in all, there's not that many of them.
Okay, I was hoping you'd have something really insulting to say, but okay, I'll take that. Okay, check your computer. I have a ton of cash. And I've been selling stuff. I mean, there's no reason to keep it. I'm not going to farm any weapons in this playthrough. I'm just rolling through the game super fast. Just talking to people, trying to get seduction. And I always feed on the doctor before I go because he disappears after you leave town. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to continue seducing and using blood magic and dominate on enemies. And it is a fun way to play the game. I highly recommend playing this way. It's a real ball. So see you in the next video when we go to downtown. Thanks.